next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Austin Desperados and the Philadelphia Eagles. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. They juked him. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Throwing is Hurts. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This 2nd and 4. Hurts. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, Hurts. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. But you look at this defense. They were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. And here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
In recent years, we've seen a lot of love for North Dakota State in the NFL draft. And Trey Lance, he's a great example of what the Bison are sending to the league each and every year. This guy looks like a franchise quarterback. He wants his opportunity to prove it to the rest of the league.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Throwing now is Lance. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready.
Lance now on first down. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Back to the air on second down. It's Lance. He finds Wilson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
Again, it's Lance. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lance. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Yellow. Field black. Red.
The Lance going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Desperados go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. So far, been so good this season. Well on his way, as you see, to a 1,000-yard campaign. Is he almost having the type of year to where you say, let's let him get his and we'll control everything else?
That's one way to go about it. Personally, I go about it differently. I'm taking on the bully. I've got to, because he gives his team an identity and confidence. And if we slow him down, now guess what? Everyone starts looking at each other like, who's going to make a play? Because he's made all the plays so far, so I have to go get him first. Build my defenses towards shutting him down.
Good luck. I mean, not many teams have been able to do it. We'll see. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 72 yards. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice solid showing from him last week. Didn't blow the roof off with his numbers, but he certainly had a quality day and produced when called upon.
Here's 3rd and 6. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Fights through and now a crease. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown! Kttn with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Desperados are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 21-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the 1st as they kick this one away. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. Austin's offense ready to go again. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but You're just now supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Green Jack. Ready.
To throw, it's Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. Now a give running right. Nwangu. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave them with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Zaven Collins with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And take it right at the 35. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. Austin's offense ready to go again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 41, here's second down at 7. Now Lance. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
Here we go.
And Lance now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Drill green.
Lance looking to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Lance now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Garrett Wilson from 10 yards out. And the Desperados are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And it's a fumble. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And a big turnover there. football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side a little. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Smith catches left side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Let's go now. Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Ready.
Back to throw. Lance escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
Ready.
A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Okay.
Here's
right.
2nd and 3. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 15 yards on the play, first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Ready.
Here's the
Ready.
7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Blaster, stick.
Shotgun now for Lance. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got him in. It's Brown. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. The handoff to Ford up the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. That'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Hurts. That is caught. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue.
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Now Cade York for the extra point. And the lead is down to 24. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Austin's offense ready to go again. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Red, yellow.
Working from the gun, Lance. And this one's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
On the ball.
Throwing now is Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Lance now on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now Lance again. He's got Granson, his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So he stopped for no gain. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Go.
Here's Lance to throw it. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
The big fella! Touchdown! Michael Mayer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Desperados are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They will start this drive with 4. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. This is Ford. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the... And they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Again, they turn to Ford.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They go play action with Hurts. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
63, 63, 63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Wolf. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 4 yards out. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The tackle by Kttn. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now 2nd and 9. The Lance going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Ready?
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Hey, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Go Pete. Smash, red.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. And Lance now to throw.
His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Come on, stay.
Foreman will try to pick it up.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And A.J. going to pick up an Eagles first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
That's good for an Eagles. First and 10 at the 41-yard
Back to
line.
throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Second down, here's Hurts. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense is going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles.